steady voice and craned her neck at the helmeted man in a brown leather jacket and goggles who shaded her like a tree. A smiling tree, with a 2 days' growth of blonde beard and a wide mouth of straight white teeth. She rolled her shoulders. I couldn't jump off a dime right now. Think you can stand? She nodded, reached, and the man pulled her upright with a leather-gloved hand. Oof, hip pointer. Groaning, she cupped the bony protrusion at the top of her pelvis with her uninjured hand and winced at the condition of her other palm and the arm attached to it. Blood dripped from her elbow. No doubt. He scanned her body-length abrasion. I do not believe that hip is your immediate concern. Stripping gloves from his huge hands, he pulled a thermos of water and a packet of gauze from a saddlebag on his bike, then held the supplies toward her. May I? Let me get this right. I trip, out here in the boonies, not a soul in sight. Fast as gossip, you show up out of nowhere with road rash supplies. Huh. He crouched, inspecting her bloody leg. I'm still awaiting permission. Fine, have at it. I've got a mile hike home and I'm not going to carry half the road with me. She plucked a seed-sized stone from her forearm and flicked it away. Dang, I'm sandpapered. An apt description. He turned from her to the bike, removed his helmet, and placed gloves and goggles inside it. His hands made one smoothing pass over corn-colored hair. Celia eyed the backs of his ears, tight to his head, their lobes plump and flared. She'd know them anywhere, though nothing else about him matched the 17-year-old she hadn't seen for, almost 12 years? Well, apart from that hair, and his height, though this man seemed even taller. Burnaby? He answered with a grin, also unfamiliar. Back then, she'd spent a summer coaxing the corners of his mouth to rise. Hello, Celia. She jigged with pain as he knelt on the road beside her. Here, plant your heel here. He tapped the ground and pressed firm fingers inside her knee until she steadied. Then he sluiced blood from her skinned leg. She looked away at the sting, then back to his hand, wielding gauze like an instrument to remove bits of gravel. Superficial scrapes, but I'll need tweezers, unless you'd prefer an aggregate tattoo to commemorate this event. His lips curved upward, wry, and he laughed again, a single-syllable marvel. Burnaby had cried back then, but laughed? Never. Which event? Skid of the year? Running into you? Finding our eagle? Our eagle? Billy? Pretty sure she's the bird I was chasing. That wing you rebuilt has carried her into old age. The bald eagle population here is significant. What makes you think, how many bald eagles hereabouts have a red band on one leg and a chartreuse one on the other? I watched you attach them. A new smile spilled into his cheeks. A delightful find, Celia. Delightful. He said delightful. Who was this remade man? Are you staying at Mender's? He dabbed her congealing wounds. Yeah. She wanted to say more, but the hurting half of her body stung the talk right out of her. I'll take you back. Think you can hang on with that hand? He inspected her palm's scuffed heel. She wiggled unaffected fingers and nodded. Good. Climb on. Once we're underway, please don't lean. My binoculars by the tree where I... Right. I'll get them. Celia bordered gingerly, with her cheek pressed to his spine and her good arm tight around him. Her abraded limbs' fingers hooked his belt. She was actually clinging to Burnaby Hayes, a fact that astounded her. Little more than a decade earlier, he'd flinched when she so much as touched his shoulder. Curiosity rattled her, competed with her pain. The cruiser rumbled forward, first to the field glasses, then back up the empty, narrow road. A mile later,